Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Construction Show. I'm your host, Jared Downey. Very excited to have this company featured today. We've been planning this episode for a long time. We've got the Pedrollo Group being featured, and we are even getting to do a demo here at IBS in Vegas. So we're going to have two guests. First, we're going to start off with Josh Bosanko. He's the VP of Sales and Marketing. And then we're going to actually move around to the other side. This is the trailer behind us. We're going to move around to the other side. And then Nick Bartl, who's the Director of Product Development, he is going to do the demo. Then we're going to come back to Josh and close up just how people can onboard in the process, business development, some things like that we're going to talk about at the end. So, good to talk to you. Thank you for joining.
Nice to meet you. Thanks for having me, Jared.
Did I get everybody's name and title right?
Close enough. No, perfect. It was perfect. Yeah.
Close enough. We'll have to replay the tape on that. Okay. What is your sort of day-to-day with the company?
I'm our VP of Sales and Marketing, so it's really everything from a commercial perspective. That's kind of my charge. We've got an awesome team, sales associates. We go to market through really independent sales reps and then direct through distribution. So that's kind of in my charge. And then we have a fantastic marketing group. You can see the booth, the trailer behind us. They did a great job here. So that's really, if there's anything we do very well besides the product side or the innovation side, it is our commercial sales. We're a very aggressive group. That's what we pride ourselves on. So.
For anybody who doesn't know the Pedrollo Group on a whole, which a lot of people will, but there's always a few. So can you just outline who the company is, like kind of full scope?
So Pedrollo, it's by name, last name. Silvano Pedrollo was really the patriarch of the company. But the group is a global manufacturing group. The heart of it, really the kind of the cornerstone of what we do, it's based in northern Italy, but we have production facilities throughout Europe, China, Asia, and including the US. And that's really where we come in, our group. But the group is made up of 8 different companies. Really part of our DNA that we're all family owned and operated. So that was really one of the biggest, I think, things as the Pedrollo family looked to bring companies together. It was important that it was family oriented, family run. A lot of these companies are on their 2nd, 3rd, and 4th generations in charge, including Charlie Michael, our president. He's 4th generation. Pedrollo Group itself, we really operate in 3 distinct segments. It's water, energy, and technology. 85% of it is the water side of it, and that's water pumps, and that's what we're going to be featuring today with just pressure boosting technology. Energy is a company we have called Lince that focuses on alternators and rotating welders. The manufacturing process itself is very similar to water pumps, and so that's why it's a part of our group. And then the technology piece, we have a company called Gred that really they print circuit boards and they do more technical things. Some of the smart features of which we feature in our pumps. But the water supply side and wastewater side is really the cornerstone, or I guess the focal point of what we do.
I wanted to ask about just for full scope, again, for people that are just getting an intro, is the locations. It's global, all over the world.
Exactly. I mean, it's really a lot of it is, again, centered around northern Italy. That's where we do have the biggest concentration of facilities. But Spain, for instance, we have Saatchi, another family company focusing in the pool segment, based in Spain. We have production sites in Romania and India and China, other areas of Asia, and then 2 sites in the United States, one in St. Paul, Minnesota, which we're based out of, and then Grimes, Iowa, where Lince is based out of. So when you look at the company, you mentioned like family owned, where do you see as the main driver of the culture of the company? Some companies really drive innovation. Some companies, it's all about the product quality. I mean, everybody's sort of merging those two together. But what do you sort of think is that when someone hears it's a Pedrollo brand, they kind of associate it with what? I mean, the Pedrollo, I think, is synonymous with it's driving growth and driving our markets through innovation. And so innovation means a lot of different things. I think people think, when you hear the word innovation, it's just a new product or a new mousetrap or something really cool and neat. It doesn't have to be that. It can also be how we serve our customers. Do we do that in a unique way that others don't? Is it how we brand? So a lot of what you see, and as you kind of walk around the booth here, you see a lot of different brands. We mentioned who knows, Pedrollo Group or Pedrollo. one of our famous taglines is we're kind of the biggest pump company you've never heard of. It's because
I actually knew Superior. I didn't realize at first that Pedrollo owned Superior.
And that's it, because we are a big house of brands.
Yeah.
We partner with other even global tool brands to create some water pumps with DeWalt and the likes like that. But we lean into private label as well with a lot of our longest standing relationships with some of our national wholesale partners. We've filled their private label box for over 20 years. And so, again, for the innovation side of it is multifaceted. It's not just product specific or some sort of new technology. That is a big part of it. And that's what we're going to show you today at the end. Middle of the segment here. But that's really kind of the biggest part of it. I think if I were to focus on any other of kind of our core values and really where that family component comes in. And so a lot of how we approach business day to day, our team is an absolutely relentless team, and it's a relentless for not just, super aggressive sales and things like that, but relentless in how we take care of our customers, on how we deliver best in class products and service. It's a big part of what we do. And I think it's because we hold each other accountable. It's a family aspect again, where we want to do better for our colleague. I say this a lot with my group, that I truly do feel like I come to work with my friends, and that's an important part for me to get, my, I guess, fulfillment from the company. And I know a lot of people feel that same way.
Yeah. So you always get a vibe from different companies. And one thing I noticed coming here is people are here to do business. Like your team is serious about what they're doing here, what they're communicating, which draws people in. I go to some booths. I'm not knocking them. It's fine, but it's almost a little too casual. And okay, this is a big event. It's a big investment for a company to be here. But just even doing the tour with your crew, like I'm getting taught stuff as I'm going, like right off the bat, and that's really good. Neat to see that engagement from a team at such a quick level. What we're focusing on today, why that particular focus for the IBS in Vegas?
It's a super innovative product, and it's a lot of fun to talk about. Is kind of where I guess that's my pitch. I know when Nick comes on in a little bit, he's going to get a little nerdy. We call him the pump nerd, so he's going to get into a little bit more of the detail and how things work, but. For me, it's just super fun to talk about because not too many people. So the product's called PED, and essentially it's a constant pressure system. So if you think about your house, and I won't step on his toes, but if you think about like the water pressure in your house, for instance, I mean, when I got into this industry 20 years ago, I didn't know you could change your water pressure. Like I remember shopping apartments thinking, oh, the shower doesn't work that well. Let's move on to the next one. It doesn't have to be that way. So there's actually products out there that can maintain constant pressure, where there's a toilet flush or a faucet turn on or somebody's taking a shower, that it maintains constant pressure. That's not necessarily a new mousetrap. The PED product that we're going to show you today, it's in how it does it. So it's super efficient. It's essentially the size of a desktop computer. And the thing is, it's a set point and you go, and so it's a super easy product to interface with. But that really is the future. I mean, if you think about multifamily developments and the way that new neighborhoods are being built, that demand on water increased, pressure goes down. And so from a residential perspective, that's where something like this is becoming more important, is trying to maintain that constant pressure.
Well, I feel like we've teased out the audience long enough. Yes. We should jump over. We'll step over and do the demo, and then we're going to come back here for the third segment and just talk about go-to-market, demand, integrating it into people's homes and all that sort of thing. So we'll go from there. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay, so before we start off, not to rat out Josh, but he's calling you the pump nerd. So
thanks, Josh.
he claimed you liked it on the show. So
I've heard it many times, so I don't mind.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so we've got the PED here. Just walk us through. Josh already touched on what we're going to be covering, but let's just say what the unit is first, and then let's go into some of the specifics of the controls.
Sure. So we got here the PED. If you struggle with low water pressure, say you have low city water pressure, what this can do is connect directly to your household water supply and boost the pressure to your desired level and maintain that pressure. It's great for use in homes, condos, and apartments, and can also be used in light industrial applications or anywhere where constant pressure may be needed.
Just to clarify, where would this actually be installed? Where's the point of installation?
Well, it can be used with, like I said, mentioned city water supply. It can be installed with storage tanks or cisterns, or it could actually be installed in a shallow well application. Or,
okay. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So it's going in. Okay. I thought I saw a picture of it like underneath a sink or something.
It certainly can. Yeah.
Oh, it can.
Yeah. It can be installed in point of use applications. So, for instance, under a kitchen sink or a bathroom sink, if you have low water pressure on a third floor of a house or very far away from your water supply, it can be installed there. And it would be specific to that particular fixture. But, some people.
Oh, I see. So you can install it for the whole unit, or if there's just one area that's a troubled area, let's say. Okay.
Exactly.
And then what is the controls that I'm seeing? I'm seeing these. I'm assuming the 75, 90. This is all water pressure, right?
Yep. Very user-friendly controls.
Okay.
It doesn't have any complex digital readouts or menus that you have to page through in order to adjust a simple setting. Along with the on-off switch here, we have 3 buttons here that control the settings of the pump. By simply pressing the plus or minus buttons, you can set your pressure to whatever you would like. The numbers on the dial represent PSI, or pounds per square inch. And so if I can just do an example here, right now we're set to 60 PSI.
Ah, I see. Yeah.
So if you wanted to lower it to 55, you press the minus button once, go up to 70.
And this is, you can change this anytime.
Anytime.
What would be an example of where people would change it frequently?
Well, if they use the DigiPed for a while and they notice that they're still not getting the pressure that they want. It might be a little bit of trial and error to get it to set to where you want.
Right.
So it might take a couple weeks to figure out
Right.
what you want.
So finding that sweet spot there. Yeah.
Exactly. So,
Okay, and then what are we looking at here for like the fittings, all that? What is this coming through?
Sure. Yeah. The DigiPed comes with it's very easy to install. It comes with fittings here that are they can rotate 360 degrees.
Ah,
So it
okay.
would accommodate different plumbing installations.
Right.
They move 360 here, as you can see. This is under pressure, so it's a little bit more difficult to move. But you can install these without having to use any tools.
Oh, okay.
It simply connects to the pump here with a retaining fork.
Oh, I see. So you just slide it in and it goes,
Yep.
goes in.
Plug it in.
Yeah.
Put it
Okay.
in. What's nice about this feature is if you ever had to remove the DigiPed for maintenance or service, you don't have to cut the pipe. You can simply, turn off the power to the pump, drain the pressure, and then you remove the forks and the fittings come out where you can just move the DigiPed out of the way for service or maintenance.
Right. Is there anything we're missing in covering that side?
I just wanted to mention the overall footprint and the compact size of this.
Sure.
As you can see, it looks kind of like about the size of a desktop computer. So this can be installed in just about any application. If you have a small area in a utility closet, it'll fit in there, no problem.
How long will the life expectancy of the unit?
10 plus years. It
Yeah.
can go even longer, 20. It all depends on, how much it's being used on a daily basis.
We've walked essentially through the controls and the components. Now let's zoom out and do a test. We've got a toilet here, shower, and 2 faucets. So let's jump into the demo.
Sure. Yeah. So this is what you might find in a typical residential application with the faucets, as you mentioned, and a toilet. Right now, the pump is in standby mode, and it's built up to 60 PSI of pressure. So let's go ahead and turn on a faucet here. And you can see the pressure will drop temporarily until the motor kicks on.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah.
Yep. So now it's back up to 60 PSI, and the motor is only running as fast as it needs to maintain that pressure. So right now it's running very slow. If we go ahead and turn on another faucet, you can see that it's still maintaining 60 PSI.
Because the motor already kicked on.
Yes, it's still running, but it was at slow speed. Now the speed of the motor is gradually picking up to maintain that 60 PSI.
Right, okay.
And if we turn on the shower faucet.
Okay, so I can do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a tough reach.
That's a tough reach.
Yeah, there we go.
Yep. So it's still maintaining. Motor's getting a little bit faster.
Okay.
And what happens when you're in the shower? Someone always comes in and flushes the toilet.
We've all done it to someone, accident and on purpose. Yeah. So it just gets maintained.
Yep. So now the pump is running at full speed while still maintaining 60 PSI. So this is a great installation for, like we mentioned previously, where you have low city water pressure. It might fluctuate if someone flushes a toilet or turns on a faucet. This will maintain that pressure constantly.
Right. So on a scalability then, we've got four units were running when the toilet got flushed. So what would that be then if I'll just turn that off for sound. But what would that be then if you scale that up to 30 running?
Well, that's one great thing about the DG PED. It's expandable. If you have an application that requires even higher volume output, you can connect 2 of these together.
Oh, I see. Okay, so
Yep.
you can scale them.
You can scale them.
Okay.
Yep. There's a connection kit available, which allows easy connection for 2 units. It comes with a nice sturdy base that secures both the pumps too, so it'll stay in one place. And we also have wall mounting kits available. So if you want to get it up off the floor and mount it on a wall, that's available as well.
Amazing product. So the off-camera question I have for you is, how many times have you done that demo? How many times has Nick done that?
A lot of times, many times. So he'll be, he's got a machine. He goes through it a lot. So.
And he likes the pump nerd title.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's for
you
him.
can call him a pump nerd.
All right, let's go. Okay, where do people actually get the product? Let's talk about buying it, getting it in your home. Do you need a contractor? Are you actually working more with contractors and the homeowners themselves?
It is a little bit more of a technical install. I would say that, for sure, a heightened DIYer could certainly figure this out quick. But a lot of times we see it installed by the professional. And then from a distribution perspective, we've been great with some great partners that have gotten it out there. So it's available, our national distribution partners in Ferguson and Preferred Pump. You can certainly, get it at any one of those outlets, or we have several regional wholesale distributors, plumbing wholesale distributors, where you can get it as well.
And do you have a partnership with contractors? Let's say if I reach out and I want it, can you guide me to anybody? Do you have I saw something that was like a contractor rewards partnership?
We do, yep. So we're super excited this year. We actually started a partnership with BI Worldwide and their contractor rewards program. So anybody that supports our Pinelli or our Pedrollo brands in this case, go get signed up. You can get points through them.
Okay, so that's a point system. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Go on a fantastic worldwide trip, or get a Yeti cooler, or do any sorts of cool things. But it's a great program. It's got some great partners. We're proud to be a part of it.
And so just to be clear, if I'm in my home, I've got, someone flushed the toilet and changed the water pressure, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I want to fix that. Where should I start? What should the first thing I do?
I would start with your local plumber if you have one.
Okay.
Otherwise, walking, like I mentioned Ferguson earlier, but there's several partners out there where you can walk into a showroom and ask a question about it, right? And they can probably get you connected with a professional if it's not something that you think you're comfortable installing. But really that's where I would start is with your plumber.
And I also wanted to clarify the different applications. Is this just homeowners, or does this, we're talking, what about people that have like little farms or little greenhouses?
It certainly isn't just for the residential home side. There's lots of agriculture applications, whether it's building pressure and bringing water in from a stock tank, or we see a lot of this kind of urban farming, especially going out of COVID and coming into just the trend today. Systems like this can help regulate the pressure on how you're watering that system. It's everything from your local convenience store. If you have won't name names, but you can walk in and see 32 different soda taps and a bunch of different coffee makers having a constant pressure system that maintains the right amount of water flow into those.
Oh, that's how they're doing it.
That,
okay.
They should be.
They should be. Okay, fair enough.
So it's lots of different things like that. Lots of people you'll see in different markets where they've got like a whole home reverse osmosis system, and a lot of times it's done where the water's filtered into a tank and then it's gone pushed into the house. You can use a system like this to maintain that pressure as well.
I see, because if you put in that system, it can throw off the water pressure.
I
see.
And you need to be that can actually, even though you're balancing the pH of the water itself can be very aggressive and it can corrode things. But products like this, it's able to handle that. So
what is the big question you're getting at the show? Sometimes I forget to ask this question, and because you're getting all types of people that were the do-it-yourselfers, but then there's also probably some real professionals that are talking to you at the show. Yeah, well, what are some good questions that stand out?
I mean, really, well, when they see the display, more of it's like, why are you running water through that desktop computer? But a lot of it is really, especially because the builder show is partnering with the Kitchen Bath show across the way here. So you're walking booths over there like Kohler, and you see these big multi-head, massive, beautiful master showers. How do you get pressure through those? How do you get pressure through all those different fixtures? And so that's why I think we get a lot of questions about the DigiPed, because they're seeing applications right here in the real world.
Oh, I see.
In this show.
So they're going over to one, looking at it and going, okay, well, this is going to create this problem for me. And then
Yeah.
they come by you and go, oh, this is the
I didn't even know there was a solution. Here it is.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what I was wondering too. Is this who needs to know about this? Like contractors, are they most of them aware of the product, or would they might not even know?
I think so. It is, even though it's something like it has been in the market for a very long time. Like I mentioned earlier, a lot of the innovation comes from just how it's being applied and making it more efficient, making it easier for the installer to, put this in. There's a couple of plugs and he's off the job in less than an hour. A lot of that is where it becomes innovative. And I think just having the ability to have that technology at your fingertips and knowing that it is a solution out there. I think a lot of people don't really know that, right?
Yeah. I don't know if this question even makes any sense, but is there any application where it doesn't fit? You go, no, this wouldn't be the right setup.
The only potential application could be, it is important that people understand their incoming water pressure. And so if you American, we think, bigger's always better. Let's put the 50-inch tires on a, Bigfoot monster truck. If you have a very high constant or incoming pressure from your water supply, something like that, you don't need higher water pressure than that. You don't need a system like this.
I see.
It's really for applications where you've got low water pressure, or you're doing something specific where there's a ton of demand.
Right. Or in a case where you maybe have, originally you would have had it, but now if you're like a remodel and now you're distributing that water pressure more. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's right.
It's very wide ranging, but there are those, just weird applications where maybe you think you need more help and you really don't.
Right. Okay. Well, it's a good clarification. Yeah. And thank you for doing the show. Thank you, Janet, for putting all this together. I mean, this was a few months planning it, and jumping on a couple calls. And so I appreciate the time going through this. It was great to do the demo, and I hope we get to do it again. I hope it's just the start of working with Pedrollo.
This is awesome, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
And thank you, everybody, for watching. We, of course, go to Pedrollo, check out their website, follow them on LinkedIn. You can check out the different brands. We'll put some contact information if you need direct help. But then again, you said to go to local contractor, the plumber, connect with your local plumber. If you need to get this installed, they'll help you go through that process. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Make sure to follow us. We'll see you on the next episode of The Construction Show.